you are unable to discipline your own. Thank you very much. What I will do, Councillor Modisa, noted, MMC, noted. Councillor Modisa.
Oh, thank you very much, Speaker. Let me appreciate your gesture of maintaining your composure. I think what you need to do is to ignore these gimmicks that you are subjected to and focus on the business of today. They are just bearing their cost. It's inevitable. And accommodate their gimmicks in terms of the law, their hours and everything. We have been patient from 2016 ourselves, looking at our people being subjected to squalor by this racist coalition. So we are not perturbed or disturbed, or we are here standing still. Standing still. Even if the storm can come, we will execute our mandate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The caucus is granted. We are coming back here at 1:15. You are not going to tell me what to do. Go for your caucus. Go for caucus. Amba.
SA who had to force this mayor to consider increasing salaries of Tswane employees. In fact, we acknowledge that there's no organization that can thrive without its valuable asset, the employees. We have this understanding that employees are a critical asset to any organization, including this very metro of ours. And then Action SA had a very clear understanding of our beloved capital city of South Africa, that we can never function without our workforce if it's not happy. It became our first assignment when we first joined this council back in 2021 to put a smile on the employees of our city. We understand that it's not just about our employees, but further extends to their moms and dads, uncles, neighbors, Majita, and so forth, who will benefit from this very increase. A special thanks to our very own provincial chair, who's now a member of Gauteng Provincial Legislature, Mr. Funzi Ngobeni. He hit the call when we asked him to carry the stress of municipalities' employees on his shoulders, to negotiate with the unions and force this arrogant mayor to engage on employees with employees' representatives.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, thanks. Speaker, Aralewala or this mayor fired people when they were demanding amalungelo up. Speaker, once more, Aralewala, Speaker, Desalemo Podium, Speaker, Aralewala again, for this very mayor had to drag people to court. Aralewala or this mayor was refusing to talk to people, but Abulala Lewana Felagadi SMS. Aralewala, Speaker. Speaker, that in our view, it's a very, very high level of arrogance that lacks humanity. So as Achine say, we are happy to be seeing this report serving here, and we're saying let this be implemented ASAP. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, councillors. Thank you, councillors. Thank you, councillors. Before councillors, before we can put this report to recommendations, can I, councillor, thank you. Can I allow the executive mayor, his hand is up. Executive Mayor.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I rise to close the debate. It is indeed a very good position to be in, to give an assent to the salary increases for a new cycle. I have to emphasize this is a 5-year agreement. The city has budgeted for this. We can afford it in this financial year. Speaker, what happened in the past was indeed very painful for the municipality, very difficult. But as I have always pointed out, some municipalities agreed to the previous cycle of increases and then couldn't make payroll on time. The majority of the municipalities in the Free State pay their employees like they pay their creditors when there's money in the bank. Now, if you make irresponsible decisions, if you don't make the difficult decisions, that leaves you in a far worse situation than having to say, unfortunately, we can't pay increases in this particular year. Very difficult, but now we're in a position to do so. What Council must take in mind, Speaker, is that our ability to implement the salary increases in the outer years depends on the continuation of our financial recovery effort. It is not a given that the city will afford it. It requires effort to build up our revenue value chain. And that is very important to take note here. Let me just then respond, Speaker, to Councillor Khosimang. It's not, in fact, the executive mayor that decides not to pay salary increases. It was a resolution of this council. It was part of the budget that he voted for. But then he didn't have the courage of his conviction to stand by his difficult decisions. Why? Because he doesn't believe in anything. He'll sign a document today and he'll deny his signature tomorrow. That is the kind of weak leadership that this city must avoid at all costs. So let him talk a big game. Let him talk a big game. We'll see if he'll be able to pay the bills. I doubt it. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Please be seated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, councillors. Can I have order, please? Can I have order? Can I have order? Thank you. No. Councillor Makalen. Councillor Makalen. Thank you very much. Can we then move on? Councillor Ramabudu. Press it once, Councillor, don't press it twice.
No,
Go ahead.
Speaker.
Councillors, please. Thank
Speaker,
you.
on a serious note, I think we need an anger management intervention. And also the paramedics. The paramedics must be ready. It looks like something is not well. It's my first time I see the spoiled mayor angry like this, screaming. I didn't know that you have a base, Chief. Or you are able to scream like that.
Thank you very much, Councillor. Thank you. Can we then move on, councillors? May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention? As recommended. Let's move on then. The next item, it's on I, a new motion. Motion, thank you, councillors. Motion in terms of section 18 of the rules and orders of the City of Tswane Metropolitan Municipality. Motion of no confidence against the Executive Mayor, Alderman C. Brink. Honorable councillors, this motion was received from Councillor M.K.F. Bushielo, seconded by Alderman A.M. Malulega, and was also loaded on SharePoint in terms of the rules and orders. Honorable councillors, this motion complies with the provisions of section 18 on the rules and orders. I therefore table this motion for consideration. Honorable councillors, is there anyone opposing to this motion? Thank you very much, but let me clarify this. The motion was sent to the SharePoint. So in other words, there will be no need for Councillor Bushielo to read the motion. But now that we got people that are opposing, we are going to open it for a debate. Then after the debate, that's when Councillor Bushielo will respond, if he feels like. Thank you very much. Then we are opening a debate on this motion. I've got the first speaker. You've got 2.5. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Then before we start the debate, I'll ask Councillor Bushielo just to speak on it, not to read the whole motion, but to speak to give us motivation, why must we do it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me an opportunity just to speak on the motion, but not to read it. Greetings to you, Honorable Speaker, my fellow councillors of different political parties represented in this council. On the 3rd of September, Speaker, on 2023, I submitted a motion of no confidence against the Executive Mayor, Councillor Cilliers Brink, in terms of Section 58 of the Municipal Structures Act, read with Section 118(1)(c) of the Rules and Orders. The ANC in the City of Tswane, Speaker, has lost confidence in the ability of the Executive Mayor to lead the City of Tswane. The motion was loaded on the SharePoint, and I'm taking the motion as read. However, let me emphasize that the Executive Mayor has failed to comply with the following legislative requirements, namely Section 52 of Municipal Finance Management Act, which provides, amongst others, that the executive mayor of the municipality must provide a political guidance over the fiscal and financial affairs of the municipality. And also Section 56 of the Municipal Structures Act, which stipulates the roles and responsibilities of the executive mayor. The African National Congress is responding to the clarion call to action by the people of Tswane. Our people are yearning for the city that provides reliable and efficient basic services and infrastructures. Our people are yearning for the city that is transparent, accountable, democratic, and sound internal control mechanism. Our people are yearning for the city that is financially disabled, which can pay all its creditors on time. Our people are yearning for the city which produces and implements a credible or realistic budget. Our people are yearning for the city that provides a safer, healthy environment. Our people are yearning for the city that promotes social and economic growth and participatory democracy. Our people are craving for the executive leadership that is decisive, credible, solution-driven. Our people are aiming for the city with happy and motivated workers. The DA-led coalition, Speaker, has dismally failed to listen and act on the deafening cry of our people of Tswane. The ANC-led government of local unity is committed and ready to fix this crisis. Speaker, it has against this background, in addition to the motivation document which is tabled before this council, that it be recommended that the executive mayor, Alderman Cilliers Brink, be removed as the executive mayor of the city of Tswane in terms of Section 58 of the Municipal Structures Act. That the council elect a new executive mayor in terms of Section 55 of the Municipal Structures Act within 14 days after the approval of the motion. Thank you very much, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Bushiel. Now can we move to the speakers? I'll call Councillor LKP Molodo. Your 2.5 minutes starts now.
Thank you, Speaker. Councillor Bushielo has argued that this motion of no confidence has been brought about as a result of the City of Tswane's finances. And Speaker, this is the one thing that all parties in this councillor chamber can agree on. This monk is about Tswane's finances. But not in the way that ANC, EFF and Action SA would have you believe. This motion isn't about the supposed negative state of Tswane's finances. It's about gaining access to them. And we've seen this playbook before. In 2020, just as Tswane's finances were stabilizing, the ANC's provincial government illegally placed the city under administration and turned a 200 million rand budget surplus into a 4 billion rand deficit in just a few months. And so let me reiterate, this motion is about one thing: regaining access to the city's finances for corrupt purposes. Any other explanation doesn't hold water, because under this multi-party government, Tswane has made real, tangible progress in our financial rescue plan. By renegotiating contracts, we've saved 500 million rand in this financial year, reinvesting it directly into essential services. We've increased revenue by 10.3%, bringing in 46.4 billion rand during this financial year, and our 2.5 billion rand surplus reflects responsible spending and sound financial management. We're rooting out corruption, and we've implemented new checks in our supply chain management division, which has led to prosecutions, including the flagging of a potential corruption in the waste collection tender, a political tripwire which brought about this motion. And Tswane's progress has been recognized. Recently, we received multiple SOLGA awards for reducing unauthorized, irregular and wasteful expenditure, and for being the most improved municipality in revenue collection. Our financial management our Financial Project Management Office, a first of its kind, managed to collect year on year R1 billion more in July and August 2024. And SALGA is now seeking to replicate this model across other municipalities. And so the DA rejects this motion of no confidence, a political gamble at the expense of the residents of Tswane, removing the builders in place of breakers. And not because Tswane finances are in a bad state, but because our finances have stabilized. And just as in 2020, the ANC's Lesotho faction.
Thank you very much. Your 2.5 minutes is up. You know, you like to chair the meeting even if you're not the chairperson. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm talking to the councillor there. I gave him 2.5 minutes. Why don't you allow me to speak, to finish what I'm saying? You've got 2.5 minutes, so just wrap up what you are saying. You see? Nyapapa. Continue. Just finish up, Councillor, please.
Thank you, Speaker. In closing, I would like to issue a warning. If Action SA, EFF and ANC think that their election results were bad in 2024, you are in for a massive surprise come 2026. If once again you put the interests of yourself above the interests of residents by supporting this motion, the electorate will punish you once again as they did inside this May election. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now I call. Thank you. Are you giving a point of order on what the councillor says? Okay, point of order.
Honorable Speaker, as a man of color, I will take that you were emotional, but I please withdraw the word to your papa.
Thank you very much. For progress' sake, I withdraw. Thank you very much. Can I call Alderman G. Tennessee from FF Plus? Your 5 minutes starts now.
Thank you, Speaker. Today is indeed a sorry day for the city of Tswane. If this motion is passed...
Councillors, please, can we allow the councillor to speak? Thank you. May go ahead, please.
If this motion is passed, it will dismantle work that has been done over the last 2.5 years. We have already heard at the previous council meeting that the chief whip of the ANC and the leader of the EFF have promised to get rid of the new senior management. Professional people who are real administrators and not political deployments.
Councillors, Councillor, can we allow him to finish? Councillors, please sit down. Councillors. Thank you. Can we be in order, please? Go ahead.
This is probably one of the worst things that can happen to the city. It is also a vote of no confidence in the government of national unity, where people are working together in spite of us trying to accommodate everybody in such a way that we are doing for the good of the people. In this multi-party coalition, it was never about a party. It's about the residents of Tswane. The former speaker has touched on various of the successes of this coalition government. And whether you are sitting there in the opposition and you want to misuse an opportunity where there was a failure and a mistrust by ASA or Action SA, who are totally untrustworthy. They've proved themselves in what they have done. Today, they have dismantled any good work that they have done in the past. They are blaming us as being arrogant. But when you enter into an agreement and you sign a document and you don't even keep to that agreement by just being courteous, and you've got a clause that you can escape from that agreement, but you don't follow that clause. You don't honor it. You don't honor your own agreement. That is arrogance. When you go out in the public, when you have a caucus that is managed not by the local leaders, it's managed by the national leaders who have got a fight and a bone to pick with leaders of other parties, and in specifically the DA. That's what's happened here. Your own party has let you down. Your leadership has failed the local people. I know you are not united amongst each other in this regard. But just remember, if they enter into an agreement with any other party, can they be trusted? They will betray you as they have betrayed this coalition. So take note of that. I'm also convinced that the ANC is total opportunists, and they have been driven by the provincial leadership. They have not got the full blessing, and it's known fact of their national leadership. It's a disappointment to me.
Point of order. Councillors, okay, thank you. Point of
No, thanks, Speaker. I'm raising on a point of order in terms of misinformation that Councillor Tinesen is spreading here. He's not part of our structure. Yeah. That we can't speculate. If he was expressing himself in Afrikaans, he was going to come out better. He's confused in English because he's not part of us. He can't understand. Maybe in Afrikaans, Angel, it will be better, man. As a belief talk. Try it in Afrikaans. You've never been part of discussions. You are only being told. They've refrained from doing that. You are damaging our standing in society. We've got principles and morals.
Thank you very much. Thank you, councillors. Thank you. Councillor Alderman Tennessee, you still have seconds left, so just finish up. Please press once. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker. Yes, I fully understand English. I have no problem with English. That's why I'm speaking English. Ek kan maklik Afrikaans praat, maar dan gaan julle my nie verstaan. Maar dit is baie duidelik. En dis in die media, dis oralste wat ek nou gesê het, is daar genoeg getuienis om dit te staaf. So ek hoef nie dit te bewys nie. Dis julle wat daarmee sukkel. As ons praat van integriteit, dan het 30 jaar se regering deur die ANC baie te wense oorgelaat vir integriteit. Ons kyk na die Zondo-kommissie, die uitslae van die Zondo-kommissie. Ons kan kyk na talle ander dinge. Selfs in hierdie raad, hoeveel? Meer as 200 forensiese verslae wat nog in laaie gelê het, wat nou eers deur hierdie koalisie te berde gebring is. En ons sal daarmee voortgaan. Ons sal vir julle wys. Julle leierskap.
Thank you, MMC. Your 5 minutes time is up. Councillors, thank you. Thank you, councillors. Your 5 minutes is up. Can we then move on? Councillors, thank you. Can I call Action SA, Councillor J. Matabate? Your 5 minutes starts now.
Speaker, thank you. Honorable Speaker, honorable councillors, Chief Mahlangu, and all councillors present, especially our residents of the beautiful city of Tswane. Before I begin my speech, Speaker, please allow me to extend our warm welcome to the 49 freedom fighters.
Sorry, Councillor. I'm not accepting what you are doing.
Allow them to, Speaker.
No, I'm not going to allow them. You mustn't do what you are doing. Okay, continue.
Thank you, Speaker.
I almost said something.
Please allow me to extend our warm welcome to the 49 freedom fighters whose remains arrived at Waterkloof Air Base yesterday afternoon. To you, Amaqhawe, you delivered freedom to a nation scarred by apartheid, standing resilient in the face of adversity. Your courage and unwavering commitment to justice have shaped our nation and paved the way for a South Africa we enjoy today. We welcome you, compatriots. Your legacy will live on in the hearts of all who cherish the values you fought for: justice, equality, dignity, respect, and peace. As we honor your sacrifices, we are reminded that the path to freedom was forged through your struggle, and we are forever grateful. Babuyila Maqhawe. Now, turning to the matter at hand, Speaker. As the Action SA caucus leader in Tswane, I stand resolute today to address the motion of no confidence against the Executive Mayor, Cilliers Brink. Under his leadership, we have witnessed alarming levels of disrespect and dishonesty that have left our communities in turmoil. The DA has prioritized the needs of affluent suburbs while systematically neglecting our townships. The blatant discrimination is not only unethical, it violates the very principles of democracy on which South Africa was founded. Action SA will not sit and watch. The favoritism displayed by this mayor betrays those who seek leadership and support. Our people are deprived of their basic human rights, suffer indignities, and are marginalized while the DA turns a blind eye. We must remind the DA that true democratic governance does not select beneficiaries based on postcode. Ethics and accountability must be the cornerstone of our governance. And this mayor has utterly failed to uphold these standards. We are here to send a clear message to the DA. We will no longer tolerate the status quo. Our decision as Action SA to exit this coalition is not just a political maneuver. It represents a principled stance against the unacceptable behavior that has become the hallmark of this administration. We demand a leadership that represents all of Tswane, one that invests in our communities, uplifts our residents, and restores the shattered trust. The time for polite politics is over. We are here to fight for what is right for our residents. Action SA firmly commit to ensuring the voices of the marginalized are heard loud and clear. We call on fellow councillors to join us in this motion of no confidence. Together, let us reject the toxic politics of exclusion and work towards a future where governance is transparent, equitable, and just for every resident of this city. Sewage flows through the streets of Soshanguve, Mawiga, Hammanskraal, Mamelodi, and Atteridgeville, and many other townships. Residents have reported non-functional streetlights, and negligence has become the norm. Trenches are dark and left open. Tragically, children have drowned in Mamelodi and Hammanskraal due to the negligence of this mayor. Our township residents are being deprived of basic human rights. Under the DA mayor, the city owes Eskom over 6 billion rand and Randwater over 3 billion rand. The prolonged strike in Tswane last year did not need to last as long as it did if we had a caring mayor, one who understands the struggles of our people. The mayor's tendency to insult rather than engage with the community is concerning. We refuse to be part of a leadership that understands nothing but only prides itself about being only for the chosen few. Imagine a whole mayor of a city calling people criminals and drunkards. What kind of a leader dismisses from work those fighting for their rights? To the workers and residents of Tswane, you deserve better. Action SA will show that a...
Thank you very much, Councillor. Just a minute. Once your speech is cut off, you must know that your 5 minutes is up. So your 5 minutes is up. I'm moving to the next speaker now. Thank you very much. Let's. Thank you. Please sit down. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please be seated. Now I call MMC ON Matsibatila from TA. Your 2 minutes starts, 2.5 minutes starts now.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Let me remind Ndugumani that it is important that he remembers that this executive mayor appointed the deputy mayor who serves in the same caucus with him in order to deal with the service deliveries of the so-called township areas. If the executive mayor has failed, it means the deputy mayor has failed. So thus, therefore, he cannot solely blame the executive mayor for the failures of not servicing townships. It is the very same deputy...
Sorry, MMC. Councillors, may I have your attention, please? This is the last speaker. Let's allow him to finish. No, please, councillors. Councillors, can we allow him to finish? This is the last speaker on this item. Let's allow him to finish, then we continue. Thank you very much. You don't want him to finish? Pardon me? You raise the hand if you want to speak.
Speaker, my time is moving. Please.
No, pause. I know that.
Thank you.
Councillor Ratukwana, your hand is up. I'm not going to open a mic if I didn't recognize you. Councillor Ratukwana.
Yeah, thank you very much, Speaker. We hear you saying that is the last speaker. The EFF caucus submitted the name of Councillor Ramabodu, unless there is some omission on your side, but it's ready to shoot. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In my list, I'm reading at the list that I've received in terms of speakers. I don't have EFF speaker. In terms of this list, I don't have it. So, and the list, okay. The lists are provided to the office of the Chief Whip. So we receive this list from the office of the Chief Whip. So we don't have EFF to speak. Can we move on then? Chief Whip, your hand is up.
Thanks, Speaker. I just wanted to confirm, if the name is not on the list, then they didn't submit or they submitted late. So these are the names on the list that you have that we received and they were given through to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. No, we are going according to this list. Yeah. MMC, continue.
Yeah, this is the kind of thuggery and liars that want to run this city. Speaker, if we listen to what Jackie Matabata has said, is that the failures of not servicing what we call so-called townships, because everything is a township, is...
Sorry, Councillor. So, councillors, wait. Councillor, wait, hello, councillors. MMC, I'm calling you MMC. So respect the councillor. Call him Councillor Jakey. No, not Jakey. I'm calling you MMC. Thank you. Point of order. Okay, noted. Okay, Councillor.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I'm disappointed in Councillor Offense. He grew up in Garangua, in the township, that's the streets of Garangua. He comes here and calls our townships so-called townships. This man doesn't have manners. Can you please retract so-called? We stay in the township, not so-called townships. Please.
Thank you very much, Councillor Mukhale.
No, thanks, Speaker. I'm partly covered by Councillor Tswane, but I also just wanted to caution the MMC, the outgoing MMC, that he must address the motion. I feel that he's now triggered by the speech, a very powerful speech of the Honorable Councillor of Action SA. He must address the motion on what he wants to speak to. Now he's addressing Ndate Nduguman. He must let him, he must leave him alone.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Okay. Thank you, councillors. Go ahead. Continue, MMC.
Yeah, Councillor Tsela, every area is a township, whether it's what you call a suburb or a township.
Councillor, can you do me a favor?
No, you can't dictate.
Why don't you listen what I want to say? No, what I'm saying, I know your time. I will add your time. Why are you panicking? Don't address the speakers that spoke. Council, address the item that we are on it. Don't address the speakers. Now you address Councillor Matabate, you address Councillor Tsela. Can you use your time usefully, please? Thank you. Continue.
Speaker, as a former debater, I have every right to rebut everything that has been said about the executive mayor, so I can respond to anything that has been spoken. So allow me to continue. Councillor Tsela, every township, every suburb area, townships are called townships as per law. Ne? So there's nothing wrong with what I said. Back to Councillor Nduguman. Speaker, sorry, in fact, let me just address Deputy Mayor. Deputy Mayor, what Councillor Matabate has said, he's saying that you are a failure. And you will have to deal with that within your caucus. I will not come into that. Speaker, the motion in front of us says to us that the executive mayor is not servicing certain areas and is failing in his capacity to lead this administration as far as finances is concerned. Speaker, it is this city's administration, the current administration, that has received awards from SALGA, that has been said to be, in the last financial year, the city with the most improved financial status. So thus, therefore, what is being proposed in front of us is just frivolous. What is really in front of us, Speaker, is a decision that this council has to grapple with. And number one is, do you choose those that have been building this city to have capacity that we are finding right now, or do you choose to go with those that want to break this city? I think Councillor Moloto has put it very clearly that this is not about rescuing the city's finances, but it is exactly about looting the city's finances. We have seen this movie before, and we waited patiently to come back and build this city. We will wait patiently to come back and build this city, whether it is next week, whether it is in 2026. We are going nowhere. We are going to be here to fight for the residents of this city. We want to tell the residents of this city that we will be with them when they sing, as our provincial leader sang this morning, the farewell coffin when it goes down on Action SA. 2026, it will be a song that we'll sing to Action SA. And we are saying right now, Speaker.
Okay, just hold on for a point of order. What are you standing on, Alderman?
Yeah, Speaker.
Councillors, can we listen to the point of order?
This song is very nice. It needs Muruti to open some few verses. And in that area, I'm conversant about verses. I was going to give Councillor Offense a benefit of the Last Supper. Therefore, he's suffering from that point. He spoke for 2.5 minutes. This is my point of order. And when he restarted, he got another opportunity. Now he wants to go for another 5 minutes. Let's avoid that, Speaker. Because, let me remind you, Speaker, that in terms of the rules, how we consume this motion, we did not allow this grouping of a cocktail of these many voices. We were supposed to go to the person that has sponsored the motion. If the mayor wanted to say his last word or last words, because he said to us, he wanted time to respond in terms of the rules, by the way. He said he wanted sufficient time to respond to this motion. We haven't had that response to the motion. The response is just some nice noise in a shebeen that we hear from his colleagues. Then we wanted a cogent response that we're not getting today. The time period that they requested was for them to go around and lobby. And lobbying is not necessarily a response to the motion. They should not waste our time. He's done with his 3 minutes plus 2 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, councillors. Councillors, it's surprising that you can sing. I didn't know that you can sing. MMC, just wrap up, please. Wrap up. Can we listen to the MMC that the song we had it's okay. Thank you, MMC.
Speaker, in closing, I want to remind the people of Hammanskraal that water is coming your way because of this executive mayor. We want to remind the people of... Speaker, we want to remind the people of the city of Tswane that social housing has been prioritized because of this because of this executive mayor. We want to remind... Let me finish.
Councillors, can we allow the MMC to wrap up? He's wrapping up. So thank you very much. Can we allow? Are you raising on a point of order? Councillors, there is a point of order by Councillor Modisa.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Even though the MMC is speaking for the last time, we cannot allow him to lie here. The money spent to address the water of Hammanskraal is coming from the African National Congress government.
Yes! And there was a mascot called Fosu.
The people who died in Hammanskraal was as a result of the arrogance of the DA-led coalition, postponing forever till we went to the national government of the caring African National Congress. You must not lie here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. You've got 5 seconds to wrap up. No, don't do that. Don't. I'm giving you 5 minutes to wrap up.
The people of Hammanskraal know the truth. Thank you, Cilliers Brink. Thank you, MMC Fosi. Thank you, MMC Madzibatela. Thank you, MMC Matebe. Thank you, MMC Dana Wanenberg. You have done a good job. History will exalt you. Thank you very much, Speaker.
Thank you very much. Thank you. There is a point of order. MMC.
Thank you, Speaker. I think we need to be honest in this House today. I was fighting this fight since 2011. And if we didn't put a motion to this council, Rooiwal would still suffer. I'm not standing against the DA here, but what I'm saying is, let's speak the truth. We told the president from the ANC that the officials was lying to us. We went for the human rights lawyers. We went to state security and SIU. And therefore, 5 officials was fired. So I'm just trying to bring this house to order to say, let's be honest on what we say. It is on record and we can supply them the detail. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, councillors. Can I take Councillor Ratikwana?
Ron, thank you very much, Speaker. Sorry, Speaker. I had to go and double check what transpired in terms of the speaking list. So I would like to plead with you, Speaker, that the EFF be given an opportunity to speak on the motion. It's a very important motion, and it's your discretion, by the way, to make that call. We have done everything possible on our side to make sure that the EFF is part and parcel of the motion on time. And anyway, there is deviation, like Councillor Maluleka was saying, Alderman Maluleka was saying, in relation to the rules on how a motion is handled and so on. So you've allowed other parties to speak. We are humbly requesting that you give the EFF their bite so that they are able to put and set matters straight on record. That is our humble request. And we are ready. Thank you.
Okay. Councillors, thank you. Just for the sake of progress, we don't want to stick in one place. I'm giving you 3 minutes.
Thank you very much, Speaker, our lovely Speaker, progressive Speaker ever. It's rhetorical that we are at the brink of the departure of Mr. Brink. The infrastructure of the city is at the brink of ultimate collapse. We are here to remove a representative of minority government in Tswane. We say this because large of population of Tswane comprises of black constituency that was poorly serviced by minority representative. The obsession of his government has been to direct service delivery towards opulent suburban areas at the expense of the townships, which remain undeveloped with no access to basic service delivery and have become a crime haven spot with little to no metropolis visibility, while suburban are taken care of by this government. The motion represents the cries and struggles of our people, particularly those who stay at the squatter camp, marginalized communities in areas such as Atteridgeville, Mabopane, Garankuwa, Oliven, Sunnyside, Soshanguve, Mamelodi, Bronkhorstspruit, Centurion, and other parts of progressive people in Pretoria East. The Auditor General's report has exposed the trail of mismanagement and advanced findings, highlighting the need for change in leadership. The people of Tswane, from motorists and street vendors, victims of gender-based violence, the youth seeking opportunities, as well as the municipal employees, have been let down by a leader who prioritized personal interest over public welfare. The advance funding, the report of maladministration, and the over mismanagement of public resources cannot be swept under the carpet. We have a duty to our constituency, to the citizens who rely on us to protect their interests, to demand accountability from those in position of power. Brink continued to fail. His inability to lead with humility, integrity, and competence has made him to lose public trust. We cannot allow the city to be held hostage by incompetence. We must act decisively, with determination and resolve to hold these leaders accountable. There's no leader who's special because of his color. There's no leader who's a golden boy. There are mayors who were removed from the DA. We've never seen videos making rounds to try to protect him. What is special about this one?
Thank you very much. Are you done? Okay. No,
As I
okay.
resolve.
Okay.
As
No,
I
what-
resolve.
No, what? Yeah,
The,
it's
the
just-
EFF has been consistent on removing mayors of the DA. They had 5 mayors from 2016. For the past 8 years, they've changed mayors. Some of their mayors were caught having sex in the offices. Some of their mayors, they were caught stealing money with insolvent project of electricity. We are here to say to the residents of Tswane, freedom is coming tomorrow. You've been undermined. You've been disrespected by the DA. White supremacy is being in charge. The black workers who has been undermined are now going to get their dignity back.
Thank you very much, Councillor. Your 3 minutes is up. Okay. Wait, councillors. If you all speak, I can't hear you. But what I'm saying is that the 3 minutes is up, but at the same time, we are not discussing VPS here. Thank you so much. Your hand is up, Alderman Malule.
Yeah, I thought I had someone with some ancestral things were said this side. Therefore, I thought we needed intervention, a prayer, because somebody was screaming like he's got a Amadosi. Councillor Brink here, he needs attention. If he's been left like this, it's very dangerous. We're not safe to sit this side. Please get him attention.
Thank you so much. Now, councillors, yes, councillor.
Thank you, Speaker. I think we need to actually respect the House, because when a Speaker is on the podium, we don't want to see pensioners disturbing us, because this motion is no longer the motion of the African Congress, because this motion represents the people of Tswane. This motion is the motion of the people, and we do not like this howling from pensioners. When our speakers, when Brink speaks, we are not disturbing him, because Brink will never speak in this council if this old regime here continues to disrespect our people.
Thank you very much. I'll call Councillor Williams Moses.
Right, thank you very much, Speaker. Speaker, the same as EFF, which their name was not submitted through on the list. My name was submitted through on this list, but placed on the wrong item. So if you would indulge me, if I could also have my few minutes, just to also state our stance.
I've already indulged you.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Right, so the Patriotic Alliance operates independent, unaligned with any particular party. Our decision to support a motion of no confidence stems from a principled stance based on performance and accountability for non-factual politics. We are holding leadership accountable for their failures in governance, not choosing sides in party politics, but our priority is the well-being for the people of Tswane. We assess every decision on the merits of its impact on service delivery and governance. It is, though, imperative that the residents of Tswane in all our respective communities receive competent and transparent leadership, irrespective of which political faction holds power. The media and other stakeholders have continuously downplayed instances of irregular and wasteful expenditure, basic service delivery from infrastructure maintenance to waste management, which are not rendered in our communities. The people of Tswane deserve leadership that is both effective and fiscally responsible. Tswane owes a staggering 6 billion to Eskom, servicing monthly payments of 20 million. The Auditor General report illuminated the grim state of Tswane with irregular expenditure calculating to billions of rands, budget deficits by overestimated revenues and unchecked spending, and billions returned in grants and subsidies. Steve Flight's a writer and researcher in political strategic affairs in IOL wrote, "The lack of diverse and inclusiveness in leadership, the ramifications of poor organizational structure and financial mismanagement in Tswane are profound. The city's procurement processes have been plagued by corruption and inefficiencies. The history of corruption in supply chain management has hindered the city from acquiring materials to resolve infrastructure deficiencies. The administrative failures have contributed to poverty and disease in our communities." The Daily Maverick wrote that there is a growing consensus that for Tswane to move forward and address the myriad of issues it faces effectively, there is an urgent need for new leadership. Stakeholders suggest that smaller parties such as the Patriotic Alliance, Action SA, AIC, and Good might bring the necessary dynamism and perspective needed to rejuvenate Tswane's administrative approaches and restore trust among the residents. In conclusion, our stance is driven by our commitment to the people of Tswane and our unwavering principle that governance must serve the best interests of our communities and not political alliances. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honorable Councillors, now that we have concluded the debate on this motion, is the motion approved? Thank you very much. Honorable Councillors, since there is opposition to the motion, I will put this motion to the vote. In terms of Section 39(1) of Rules and Orders, I rule that the voting be conducted by showing of hands. Before we commence with our voting process, I request that all councillors present in the chamber remain seated, the bell be rang to allow those outside to get into the chamber, and the doors be closed until the voting process is done. So can I have the bells rang? Then after that, we close the door for all councillors to be inside. Alderman Maluleka, your hand is up.
Yeah, thanks, Chair. I just want to indicate that we've got two councillors that are sitting from these chairs of this council chamber. They are on some walking sticks because of their injured, both of them. Remember, Councillor Luwele was shot and he's still recuperating. We requested him to be part. Councillor Mashola just got an accident and he broke his leg. Therefore, they must be counted. They are not support staff or any other thing. They are seated there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we then confirm the whips? Can you please confirm that all your councillors are inside the chamber, so that you don't say it was unfair? There were councillors who went to chicken licking. Can we all confirm that all the councillors are in the house? Then the doors can be closed. Thank you very much, councillors. May you please take your seats. There is a confirmation that there is no councillor outside and the doors are closed. Councillors, please, can I have you seated, please? Take your seats. Thank you very much, councillors. Can we proceed? Honorable councillors, as I said, I'm putting this motion on vote, which I believe that I can also vote. Honorable councillors, those in favor of the motion, please raise your hands. Okay, please don't raise two hands, just raise one. Shh. Okay. Please. Can we not have two hands? Please raise one hand. Because if you raise two hands, you'll be disqualified to vote. We are calling those who are in favor of the motion. Did you count it? Thank you very much. You can lower your hands now. Lower your hands. Thank you. Can I call those who are against the motion to raise up their hands? Thank you very much. You can lower your hands. Thank you. Can I call those who are abstaining? Thank you very much. Voting on the motion. Those who are for the motion, 120. Sorry, okay, let me finish. Those who are against the motion, 87. The abstentions is 1.
Abstention into record. What time count them down? Count them down and read abstention into the record so that it becomes part of the record.
Thank you very much. Thank you, councillors. Councillors, I'm not done. I'm not done, councillors, please. Please, councillors, thank you. We need to record, to put it on record, that there's only one abstinence. So we've got one abstinence. So thank you very much. Then the motion pass.